Amidst the boundless void, the silent wheel of karma turns incessantly without end. We yearn to be reborn within the three benevolent realms, heaven, asura, and human. Yet the Buddha names it the burning house. What truth lies behind these accumulated blessings? Let us gaze upon the peak of Mount Sumeru, where the most blissful beings reside. Behold the celestial realm, where every desire manifests through a single thought. The Devas possess radiant bodies of pure light, unbound by earthly gravity and stone. They need no food nor drink, for cosmic energy sustains their pure and pristine forms. Their garments are seamless celestial robes, light as smoke, emitting a divine fragrance. Lifespans here endure for countless aeons. One day in heaven spans 100 earthly years. They dwell in floating crystal palaces and wander amidst gardens of rare, precious flowers. Merely wishing for music brings forth wondrous melodies echoing through the vast space. No sickness exists, nor aging. Their beauty remains forever in radiant youth. Every need is instantly met, causing them to forget the very concept of suffering. Light from their bodies shines everywhere, erasing the distinction between day and night. They fly freely amidst five-colored clouds, enjoying the sheer pleasure of existence. The gods and goddesses play together, unburdened by any worldly anxiety. This realm is the reward for those who accumulated immense good karma in the past. Yet this perfection is the sweetest and most dangerous trap within samsara's wheel. Seeing no suffering, they indulge in pleasure, spending their blessings day by day. Like heirs to a vast fortune who only squander wealth without creating value. Their minds become weak and lazy, completely forgetting spiritual cultivation. Disbelieving impermanence, they think this happiness will last forever without end. When the Buddha preaches, his voice is often drowned out by the joyful celestial music. The delusion of bliss causes the wisdom of devas to be obscured by thick clouds. They look down on the world with pity, unaware they stand upon the precipice's edge. The store of blessings, however vast, is finite. Spent endlessly, it will run dry. And when karma is exhausted, the true tragedy of the heavenly realm reveals itself. This is the 5 signs of decay, foretelling the impending death of a celestial being. The first sign? The fresh flower garlands on their heads suddenly wither and fade away. Second, their celestial robes, once pristine, now become soiled with the dust of the world. Third, their fragrant bodies now emit a foul odor, causing others to turn away. Fourth, their underarms begin to sweat, something that has never occurred to them before. Fifth, they feel restless and no longer find peace while sitting upon their precious thrones. The radiant aura around them dims and extinguishes like a lamp running out of oil. Former celestial companions who once played now abandon them in sheer disgust and fear. That Deva must sit alone in the cold palace, facing the death that is approaching fast. With the divine eye, they clearly see their next life falling into hell or animal realms. The mental agony of falling from the heights is worse than physical punishment. They scream in despair, but no one saves them, for their merit has burned away completely. This is the cruel truth of heaven. The higher the bliss, the more tragic the inevitable fall. Leaving Mount Sumeru, let us descend to caves on mountain slopes and coastal cliffs below. Here the space is darker, glowing with the red of fire and the blue-black of volcanic rock. Welcome to the Asura Realm, the domain of warlike gods filled with immense power and might. Asuras have blessings and strength near the Devas, yet their minds are never at peace. They are beings who once did many good deeds, but with a mind of rivalry and arrogance. Male Asuras are often ugly, huge, with rippling muscles and faces full of anger. Conversely, female Asuras are stunning, with magical beauty that captivates all who gaze. Their lives revolve around fighting, weapons, and the desire to assert their own position. They have palaces and jewels, but are never satisfied, always comparing themselves to heaven. The fire of hatred burns their hearts day and night, making them see enemies everywhere. The greatest conflict between these two realms stems from a divine tree called the wish-fulfilling tree. The tree's roots plant deep in Asura soil, absorbing nutrients from their territory. Yet ironically, branches and sweet fruits bloom in the celestial realm of Indra. Asuras feel they cultivate while Devas benefit, so their resentment rises high. Thus, for lifetimes, Asuras always gather troops to invade and conquer the celestial realm. Equipped with supreme weapons, their metal armor clashes, creating the sound of rolling thunder. The war between good and evil, light and darkness, rages on continuously without end. In battle, even if Asuras have limbs severed, they can heal themselves instantaneously. Only when slashed at the throat, holding the ego's fatal point, do they truly die. Yet no matter how brave, Asuras often lose against the merit of the Devas. Each defeat, they retreat to caves, nursing their shame and fueling the will for revenge. The Asura realm is a projection of jealousy, refusing to accept others as superior. They have blessings to enjoy but lack virtue for peace, turning heaven into a battlefield. Their delusion lies in believing that violence and victory will bring about justice. They do not know that this very thought of hatred binds them tighter to the wheel of samsara. The screams of the Asura king echo through Mount Sumeru, shaking the vast ocean. Yet to the enlightened, it is but the sorrowful cry of a soul in deep suffering. They are strong on the outside, but weak within, always dependent on others' attitudes. This realm teaches us, having talent and power without compassion still leads to suffering. From that fierce conflict, let us look towards the mountain's foot, where the vast ocean lies. There lies a continent called Jambudvipa, which is the very earth upon which we dwell. Welcome to the human realm, where suffering and joy intertwine like two sides of a hand. Humans lack bodies of light like Devas, and lack the divine strength of the Asuras. Our bodies are made of earth, water, wind, and fire, thus very fragile and vulnerable. We must work hard for food and build houses to shelter from the harsh sun and the heavy rain. human lifespan is short, merely a few decades, passing quickly like a fleeting dream. Yet this very imperfection is the most ideal condition for spiritual awakening. In the human realm, suffering is clear through birth, aging, sickness, death, impossible to hide. The pain of losing loved ones and the torment of disease are powerful alarm bells ringing. It forces man to ask, who am I? Where do I come from? And where do I go after death? Heaven is too blissful, hell too painful to practice. Only the human realm is the middle way. The human mind has power for thought, debate, and most importantly, the capacity for meditation. Buddhas of all times and places choose human birth to attain enlightenment, not by chance. The human body is likened to a precious raft to cross the sea of samsara's suffering. In scriptures, the Buddha often uses the image of a blind turtle in the ocean. Every 100 years, the turtle surfaces, trying to put its head in a drifting wooden yoke. The chance to be born human is harder and rarer than the turtle finding that yoke. Yet we often waste this human life on useless pleasures or petty and trivial disputes. We chase after the shadows of false happiness, forgetting the precious jewel within our hands. Unlike asuras, humans can transform hatred into compassion through spiritual practice. Unlike devas, humans can look straight at suffering to ignite the wisdom of liberation. Human willpower is strong enough to shake the entire trichiliocosm to its very core. Every moment passing in this human life is a chance to plant the seeds of enlightenment. Do not wait until old age, dim eyes, and slow legs to think of cultivating the mind. For impermanence waits for no one. One breath out without return, and a new life begins. These three good realms have different forms, yet essentially lie within the six paths wheel. Heavenly bliss, asura power, or human affection are all but illusory dreams. Only mindfulness and seeing the mind's true nature can help us escape this burning house. Cherish this rare human body. Use it as a vessel to reach the shore of true peace and joy. That is the ultimate meaning of existence the enlightened ones wish to convey to us. Human life is fragile as a lamp in the wind. One breath not returning ends it all. All fame and wealth, built over a lifetime, suddenly become mist and void in an instant. We live as if immortal, forgetting the reaper's scythe is always resting near our necks. As each day passes, life shortens, like a fish in a puddle drying up hour by hour. The human realm is unique because our consciousness fluctuates strongly between good and evil. At times we are generous as devas, but moments later, hateful as the asuras. This uncertainty is fertile ground to train the ability to master one's own mind. If born in heaven, we would be too drunk on pleasure to have the will to strive on. If born in hell, the constant and immense pain would cause our minds to be fully paralyzed. Only here is suffering enough to awaken, and joy enough to nourish our hope. Look deep into your mind. These three realms are not located far away in the cosmos. They operate right within every single thought moment of ours, every day and hour. When you raise compassion, helping others without calculation, you live in heaven. When angry or jealous of a colleague's success, you fall into the Asura Realm. When deluded, seeking only food and sleep, that consciousness slides to the lower paths. Samsara is not just the next life, but the constant shifting of states in the present. The wise realize that whatever the realm, its nature remains impermanent and changing. Heaven, however beautiful, is but a roadside inn, not an eternal dwelling place. The more we cling to those shimmering images, the tighter we are bound to suffering. Tantra teaches, transform every experience, joy or sorrow, into fuel for enlightenment. Instead of fleeing pain, look straight into it to see the deep underlying causes. Instead of craving pleasure, contemplate its decay so the mind may be truly free. This human body is a miniature mandala holding the full potential of the cosmos. Do not hide the gem in your coat while begging across the world like a destitute man. Utilize this brief time to return and kindle the lamp of wisdom within your own self. Liberation lies not in flying high to the heavens, nor burrowing deep into the earth. It lies right in the ability to let go of false attachments to the self and ownership. When the mind is no longer stuck in good or evil, true happiness begins to reveal. That is the state of quiet nirvana, escaping the burning house of the three distinct realms. The three good paths, heaven, asura, human, are ultimately just dreams of different lengths. The awakened do not reject the dream, yet they do not let the dream sweep them far away. They walk through the world with open hearts, but their minds always dwell in deep tranquility. They use heavenly blessings to share and asura strength to protect the true dharma. And use human sensitivity to empathize and soothe the pain of all living beings. That is truly the middle way, the path transforming common feelings into holy wisdom. The journey to explore the three realms ends here, but spiritual practice has just begun. Do not let this knowledge pass like a breeze. Engrave it in your heart to take action. Cherish every breath, every beat of your heart, while you still possess this precious human form. For no one knows tomorrow where we shall drift within the vast ocean of samsara. The door to liberation is open, waiting for us to have courage to step across the threshold. May all beings sinking in the three realms and six paths find the shore of peace and happiness. May the fire of hatred fade away, so the lotus of compassion blooms in every heart. The vast universe is not as large as the mind. Return to explore that endless treasure trove. That is the final message the ancient Thangka paintings wish to whisper to us today. A naked truth, yet full of compassion. The three realms are a burning house. Seek escape soon. If this video brought you a glimmer of light, do not keep it solely for yourself alone. Sharing the Dharma is the most noble form of giving among all types of charity. Spread these values so that many may awaken together from the long and weary sleep. We will continue the journey to decode spiritual mysteries in the upcoming episodes. Your companionship is the greatest motivation for us to maintain this creative flame. Do not forget to leave your reflections on the realm you feel closest to in the comments. Each contribution is a precious brick to build a stronger awakened community. Thank you for spending the precious time of human life to fully listen to this story. May peace and wisdom always illuminate your path, wherever you may be at this moment. See you in the next spiritual films, where truth is revealed through the beauty of art. Subscribe to the channel to light the lamp of wisdom together in the journeys ahead. All worldly